Hello and welcome to my July Smart Trading newsletter. This month I've recorded a video for you as I had too much to talk about and it was just easier to explain it all in a video this month because so much has happened in the market and I have a few things I want to share with you as well. But before I get started, I just need to remind you that I'm not licensed to provide any personal investment advice. This video and all the charts and trades I share are for illustrative purposes only, and I'm just showing you how I view the current market and sharing this with you. So let's move on to the current market and check out what's been happening. Here's a chart of the XJO, which is the Aussie 200 stocks. Now for the financial year, because Australia's just finished its fiscal year financial year, which ends on the 30th of June, the XJO ended down a negative 4%. From its highs at the start of the financial year, to this point over here. So it was quite a topsy-turvy market and not an uptrending market and not a downtrending market either. We had some nice big swings in between with a drop in the market over here and a beautiful swing up over here. These two periods really gave my trading returns a boost where I was mostly long with my daily swing trading system in here and mostly short in here. And then in between it was a little bit of channel trading and some small profits and losses. And it's this in between that can be a little bit more frustrating with those medium to short term systems. But that's why I trade two systems. I've also got my weekly system as well. But we'll talk about that in a moment. And as well as all this market movement, we also had a 3% drop just before the end of financial year after the Brexit vote took place and the UK is moving out of the EU, which the market didn't like. But all world markets have since recovered. So we had this big drop in here and the market's now back up as if it didn't even happen. And drops like this can be frustrating too and can play havoc with short to medium term daily trading systems as well. But once again, it's my weekly system that isn't as affected by all that daily movement that happens. Let's have a look at the US market and what's been happening there. The US market has ended up 1.7% for the 2016 financial year. So where it was here at the start of financial year to where it was here at the end of financial year. Pretty much at the same price point, very similar, only up 1.7% between there and there. But it also had the 5% volatility drop in here after the Brexit vote and even dropped to new lows in here, looking very negative for the US market, only for it to rebound. And now the US market is in all-time highs. Boy, what a yo-yo the markets have been. But for me, it's all about following my trading plan and running my trading systems and following my trading rules. So we'll get to that in a moment. So I just want to give you an update on this trade that I had open and share with you in my last newsletter video that I had opened on the 14th of March. And I just wanted to show you what a big winning trade looks like with my daily swing trading system. Because as you know, I trade two systems in the market. Let me just give you an overview of these two systems. I trade the markets with a long-term weekly trading system, which aims to hold shares for as long as they're healthy for. And I trade that with shares. And I could hold shares from anywhere from a couple of months to a couple of years. Then I've got my medium-term daily swing trading system, and that's the one I trade with CFDs. And that can hold shares from a few days to a few weeks. And it trades both long and short in direction. So this trade that I'm sharing with you came from my daily swing trading system. And after I entered into it, it just kept on going and going and going. And it's one of those really big winners, and you only need to have a couple of them in your portfolio over the financial year that will really boost your returns. And this was my biggest winner with my daily swing trading system. I held this trade for 93 days. Which is a long hold time for my daily swing trading system. It averages about 25 to 30 days. And that's because my losing trades have a much shorter hold time. Now it was a 93% return on the total trade size, and as it was a CFD trade with a margin amount of 10%, it equated to a 921% return on the margin. And I made over a 6R multiple win in there. That means I made more than 6 times my initial risk size on this trade. And I need to get some of these big wins on board, as I mentioned, to make up for my losing trades. I'll have some outstanding big winners over the financial year, and then I'll have some small profits and small losses in between that I pretty much break even on. And to show you what I mean by a small loss, let me show you one of these trades now, because not every trade I'm going to undertake in the market is going to be a winner. So on the screen here is Breville Group. I entered into this with all the same signals I'd enter into my other trades. Beautiful white candle, breaking to new highs, strong volume above average. It moved higher and then it simply collapsed and my stop loss was hit. But it kept on going lower, so I'm happy that I got out of it. And I limited my losses and I kept them small. So I held that trade for 19 trade days. So as you can see, it was a much shorter hold time than my big winning trade. I took a negative 6% loss on the total trade size, and as it was a CFD trade with a 10% margin, that equated to a negative 62% loss on the margin amount. And I took a negative 0.7 R multiple loss. So I always set out to lose 1 R, which is my initial risk size on any one trade, which is a set percentage of my total trading capital. And because my stop loss moved up a little bit while I was in the trade, I didn't lose my full 1 R, but I still took a small loss on that trade. And I'll have some of those trades throughout the financial year, as well as some small wins in there. And then it's those big winners that I capitalise on that make up for all the rest with the daily swing trading system. And while the daily swing trading system has its benefits, it can be frustrating when the market becomes very volatile, especially after the Brexit vote and we had that big volatility drop. I saw some of my stop losses get hit, but my weekly trading system was completely unaffected. I didn't have a single stop loss get hit. Let me show you a trade that I had open with both my daily and my weekly trading systems to give you a good example of this. On the screen here is Main Farmer. I had a trade open on Main Farmer on the 10th of May when it moved back down near its uptrend line and bounced up and came up in my daily scan. It moved down a little bit, then managed to move higher, and then it had a breakout, breaking out above these highs over here and moved higher again. But then it dipped down and then it finally hit my stop loss on the 24th of June, which was the Brexit volatility that occurred in the market when the Aussie market fell 3% in one day. So my stop was hit and I was taken out of the trade. Now, just so you know, the prices on this chart are slightly different to my actual entry and exit, because since I've entered into this trade and exited out of it, they've done a rights issue and offered a 1.725 rights issue at $1.28 per share. So when there is a rights issue in the market, the share price drops down and readjusts accordingly. But they were my actual entry and exit prices on that trade at that time. Now, I held that trade for 45 trade days and I just made a small profit on it, 5.7% on the total trade size and 33% on the margin amount, and I made a half R multiple win. But isn't it frustrating when you're in a trade like this and your stop gets hit and then wham bam, look at that, and you're not in it anymore? Those things are frustrating, but I wasn't that frustrated as I also had this share open with my weekly trading system. Now, my daily trading system will take out a swing move within an already trending share, but it won't keep me in the long-term trend of the share and my stop will get hit. So I'm just taking out small chunks of an already trending share, where my weekly trading system will keep me in that longer-term trend of the share. So I also entered a trade on Main Farmer with a share on the 8th of June when it broke up to all-time new highs again. If I zoom out, you can see it's in blue sky territory when I entered into it. Hasn't traded above that level before. I liked what I saw, had volume supporting it, so I entered into it. Now I have a much wider stop loss with my weekly system, so it was completely unaffected with the volatility drop that happened, and I've still got that trade open, and it's now sitting in profit, and I now have the rights issue that I can take up. I've now been offered to buy more shares at $1.28, and I will be taking up that offer, and that share is now trading up near $2. So that's the difference with the daily swing trading system versus the weekly long-term system, is I have that wider stop loss. I use weekly charts to make all my decisions and it will keep me in the longer-term trend of the share, where the daily system's just going to take out chunks and swings of an already trending share. And sometimes I will have the same share open with my daily system and I may have another trade running with my weekly trading system as well, because I've entered in on different signals at different times. And so I may be in and out of a particular share of my daily swing trading system over a period of time, but hold one long-term trade open with my weekly long-term trading system. And for me, it all comes down to my trading rules. Let me show you a trade that I currently have open right now in the market. So here's a trade that I opened into on the 12th of July, which was yesterday in the market at $4.16. Beautiful breakout above resistance with really strong volume. And it came up in my scan yesterday. At 3:30 I run my scans, as I always do. look at the report, and a selection of shares came up, and this one was the one that stood out to me yesterday. So I placed the trade and opened the trade in the market, setting my stop loss below at this point down here. I've got the stop loss set. You can only see it as a dot at the moment, but as the trade progresses, the line will start to develop on here. And so it's all about following my trading system now. I've got the stop loss set in the market. If the share continues to move my way, my stop loss will move up accordingly. And then I will either exit because the stop is hit, or maybe other certain market conditions occurred, like a time stop or an aggressive exit, which causes me to exit prior to the stop being hit. And these are all things that I cover in my trading plan. And then I use my Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet to track and manage all my trades. Every trade has its own worksheet in here, dedicated to that trade, with all the information on that trade, including my entry price, my stop loss, and I track and manage it in here. And then all that information goes over to a summary worksheet, and then it's tracked into an evaluation worksheet so that I can see at any point in time how I'm performing in the market. And the good news is I've just upgraded the Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet to version 9, and that was just released at the end of the financial year. So all my clients that purchased it from 2014 onwards have received that new Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet to start using in the new financial year. I've had a few updates that I've made based on client requests, including adding in more options for currencies so you can change your base currency as well as the currency of the trade, additional statistics. I've upgraded the calculators to have more information. I've now got a resistance and support profit potential calculator. I've got some additional calculators, including an initial margin requirement calculator. And the evaluation worksheet now has more statistics, as well as allowing you to view your statistics on your closed trades only. Or maybe your open trades. Or maybe you want to view statistics on your long trades versus your short trades, as well as different trading systems. So I've covered even more in the new upgraded Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet. I'm not going to go through it in detail as I already have a video on my website under the news section detailing it all, and you can go and watch that video. So if you are a previous owner of the spreadsheet and you bought prior to 2014, you can upgrade for a limited time until the 31st of October for the low price of $20. All you have to do is send an email to support@smarttrading.com.au, confirm you previously bought the spreadsheet, we will check our records and then provide instructions to purchase the new version at this special upgrade price. Now for all my Smart Trader Mastermind members, I loaded up a 35-minute monthly trade update video last week, and our next webinar is scheduled for early August, so I can't wait to share everything with you in our 90-minute webinar. So stay tuned for that. There's also lots of new discussions on the Mastermind forum, and clients are sharing their trades and their progress as well. So if you'd like to become one of my Mastermind members, all you have to do is purchase my Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course. If you have purchased this in the past, you can join at any time. The Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course is where I teach you all about my trading systems and strategies, and I continue to support you throughout the year with my Mastermind membership. Because I don't want you to walk away with just doing a course, I want you to get that ongoing support. And I know how frustrating trading can be. I've been there, done that. I nearly gave up in 2001 after the World Trade Center crash when I'd wiped out all my profits and was in a losing situation and wondered why on earth I was even trading. But then my determination, my perseverance kicked in a couple of weeks later, and I received a course on how to build a winning trading system and a money management report, and it changed everything for me. And I came back stronger and better, and it really set me up with all the strategies I needed to trade through any market trend. And I knew exactly what to do when the GFC came around. And so I want to help other clients become successful traders too. And the way I do that is just by sharing what I do in the market. And so if you like my style, then you'll like my Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course. Other products and courses I offer is a Smart Charting 101 online course. So if you're new to charting and you've never seen a chart before, then this would be the course for you. Then I've got my Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet that I've already talked about, which is my record keeping structure, and I can't live without this. I use this every day in the markets. One of my clients calls this his mission control. I also have my Maximising Metastock online course, so if you are using software like Metastock, then I have educational videos to help you get set up with exactly how I trade the market with that software as well. You may have other software. So when I provide the codes to my trading systems, I provide it and teach it in such a way that you can code it into your own software as well, if you are using something different. Then I've got my Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course, which is my key course that I've already mentioned to you. And this is the one where I teach everything and share my personal trading plan with you as well. And you also receive that year's membership to my Smart Traders Mastermind program, which is my ongoing support program. And as a bonus, because I'm so proud of my new Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet, I'm going to offer it for free to anyone that purchases my Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course in the month of July. So you can start the new financial year with that Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet as well as with my support. But if you've already taken that initiative and purchased my Smart Trade Tracker spreadsheet from me in the past, but you're ready to upgrade to my Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course, then I'm happy to swap it for something else, like my Maximising Metastock online course or my Smart Charting 101 course. Just pop me an email and let me know when you purchase the Ultimate Smart Trading Mentor course in July. And don't forget, if you need help writing a trading plan, my book Smart Trading Plans is available for you, and you can buy that from my website and I'll personally post it to you, or it's also available in Kindle version from Amazon. And if you haven't been to my website before, make sure you visit www.smarttrading.com.au and don't forget to download my free special report and learn about the top 10 mistakes that new traders make. Goodbye for now.